twist too far back. So we have learned how to use the swing at our hips, like loosen our hands, swing behind our back. Now the swing is going to be at our ankles. How very exciting, right? So there's a couple different ways to do this. We can go from our forward folds and wiggle down, or we can just come into a forward fold and kick up. Our hands are going to be a couple feet in front of the mat. And kick up into ankles. Okay? So let's just try that. I'm going to move this back a little bit because it's still too close. Okay. Back up. Okay. Come to the front of the mat. Come into a forward fold. Hands out in front of you. Kick up. Look at the ankles. There we go. Okay. From our push-up position, you have a couple options. You can bend your knees, which I highly recommend, and come through some dips. Or you can straighten your legs and do push-ups like that. Whatever you feel like doing today. Bending the knees or straight legs. Now we're all going to row. I call it rowing. It's the same motion of pulling your knees towards your chest, and then inhale, extend. Row. Exciting. From there, we're going to balance, which means we're going to stack our hips over our shoulders. Balance, and then fully extend. Balance, fully extend. So fun. Balance. Now we're going to come into a pigeon pose. Fully extend the plank. Start with the left knee down, bending right leg, and lift up to the fingertips. Pull this in for a little bit here. Okay, there we go. All right. So pigeon pose with the back of the head. Very nice. Switch sides, lift up. Right knee down. So we're not going to go down nearly as far, but you are going to wiggle your foot out to the side so you're squaring the shin to the front of the mat. Oh yeah, so arch, look up, crown of the head towards the sky. We're never going to head dive in any of the poses. We're going to really see if we can get that big bow through the front of the spine. That's it. Changes things, doesn't it? You're like, oh God, ground feels so good right now. Okay, so let's go to hop up into our lunge, right foot forward. We're going to stay low for the first one. Just rock back and forth. Stay low, rock back and forth. Big stretch. Now let's see if we can straighten the back leg. Coming up, arms out to the sides, straighten both legs, arms overhead, out to the sides, bend the knee, come back down. Really good. Kick up, plank, second side, come into balance handstand if you want. Then you come. Jump in through a handstand, everyone's like, lunge. Very good. Just rock back and forth here. This is enough for 99% of the people. Just rock. Big stretch. Straighten the back leg. Come up to the sides. Come up to stand. All the way up. Out to the side. Down to warrior three. Kick up. Balance. Handstand. Come on back. Plank. Let's go through rowing one more time. Let's all try and balance. And then try the handstand. Bring one leg up, and then back down. The other leg up, and back down. Very good. Right leg up, step through to a lunge. All the way forward. We're staying pigeon. Okay, from here we're going to come back up through warrior three, all the way to stand, reach back behind you. We're going to come through nataraj and bend both knees. So arms go overhead, grab, bend your elbows, and wrap. Outside in. Yeah. There you go. And then bend down. Ah. Very good. Let up. Warrior three, dive in. Balance, handstand. Back, plank, lunge. Step forward. See if you can do it. Lift through your core. Lift. Yes. That's it. That's hard, huh? Come on up. Reach for the sky. Bend the back knee. Nataraj. Elbows come up. Bend the standing leg. Squeeze the elbows together. Bend both knees. Come on in. Strong practice. All right. Now we're going to come up. Warrior three. Balance. Reach back, grab for the leg loops. In case you're wondering how to do this easier. Is there an easier way to do this? Leg loops in your hands, leg loops on your shoulders. Airplane. Oh my God. It's like a little bit side to side. Airplanes. Okay, good. So this is our warrior three, okay? If people aren't loving it. Let's go ahead and come down to elbows. Bring the hands down to the ground. Balance. Kick up. Handstand. Both legs in. Lift. Step. Lunge. Right side. Last leg, lovely. We only have two. Come on up. Reach back. Grab the leg loops in your hands. Warrior three. Airplane knees. See, you still have to balance, right? It's still challenging, but boy, is it better with those leg loops on. Okay, good. Come on up to stand. Release the foot. So that's the really hard version, which is fun for some people. All right, gotta work that in. Let's go ahead and do some of the leg stretches in a more restorative, gentle fashion. At least I think so, right? So let's come behind the swing, standing in the back of the mat. There's lots and lots of videos for this, but let's just kind of like piece these two together, like the advanced version and then the restorative version. Something similar. So I like to hold on to the top of the leg loops where the fabric meets the webbing. I call it the nub. It's the official scientific term, the nub. So once we're holding on to the nub, I just give the swing a little push to create some momentum. And I'm going to time it so that when the swing goes forward, I'm going to get my left leg up there. So you have to get the swing forward to get up there. Give a little push. Yeah, it works. Keep it punched up at the ankle. I'm standing at the back of the mat. I'm going to go ahead and lean back. Lean back. Straight legs, straight arms, just lean back. This is kind of like the AYRx moves, right? We're stretching our back. Then we inhale, arch, look up, lean forward, bicep curl. Keep leaning forward onto the ball of the foot, coming into standing splits. Really hard. Straight legs. Yep. Lean back. Legs stay straight a couple of times. Straighten the arms. You can even bow in a little towards your standing leg and give the back a stretch. Inhale, lift. Bicep curl, arch. Press into the ball of the foot. Go as far as it feels good for the legs. Scissor. Exhale, lean back. Round it. Very good. Inhale, lift. Bicep curl. Last one. Keep pressing forward. Press, 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 press. Bend the knee. Slide in. Lunge. Okay, once I'm here, I can release my leg loops, which were my stabilizers, right? You could feel they were necessary to stabilize. And then I'm going to open up into a V. Yes. Crown of the head towards the sky, pushing away. Then I'm going to roll my back heel down, and at the same time bring left elbow to left knee. Right, back heel down, and then my right arm can come overhead and on a diagonal or side angle. Good. From there, I can straighten my front leg a little bit fancy and grab for my toes. Release, come on back to center. Roll into the back, ball of the foot again. Come to the leg loop at the ankle. And we're just basically, I call it steering. We're just going to steer the ship, right? We're just going to bang from side to side a little. Steering left, steering right, pushing away, pulling back. Just play with some leg stretches. Flex the toes back. All of the toes are pointing forward. Long lines of energy. Lean with the heart. Let the head come along for the ride, but the head doesn't lead the way. Pushing and pulling into space. Playing with our standing poses. Okay. From here, we're going to wrap our forearms around and come into a twist. Keep the left forearm wrapped. Reach back behind you. Look towards your right thumb. Balance. Right? Standing poses, balance. Go ahead and switch sides. Wrap the right forearm, revolver. Flex all the toes back. Come on back down. Now I like to come into a version of Nataraj, but I call it a hop through. This is the easier way to do it. I'm going to actually grab for my handholds. We haven't used these very much. Just kind of hold on to them. You can do a wrist wrap too. So watch what happens here. I am going to float. I bend my standing leg. I lift my right knee. I keep it bent and I land on my shin. My left foot's going to come to the center of the mat. Give it a go. Hop through. Bend the standing leg. Right knee bends. Land on your right shin. Top of the right shin. Top of the right shin. And hop through. Clear yourself through. Yes, magic. Alrighty, we did it. So then we bring our shoulders through. Slide your left foot to the front of the mat. Straighten your arms for a variation of Nataraj. Okay, nice big stretch through the quads. Let's go ahead and stand up one more time. Reach back, elbows towards the sky, and try that version we did before where we're squeezing our elbows together and down a little further. Strong. Last one is the airplane wings we did before. So hold on to these. If you lean forward, you can kick your foot back up there. I know you can. Yeah, lean forward, lean forward. You can't look at it. Yeah, you have to get it. You're very flexible. This is good. Yeah. One way or another, it happens. Okay, so this is our warrior 3. Leg loops on the shoulders. Airplane wings. There you go. Very good. Okay. Since this is advanced today, one of the things that I do from here is to come back into a balance and kick my leg towards the sky. We're going to try a shoulder stand. Okay? Balance. Lift the left leg towards the sky, shoulder stand. Left leg up. Okay. Just lift your foot. We'll go to second side. Start out back of the mat. All of a sudden our music has cut out. Oh, music. Okay. So So we're going to hold on to our leg loops. There are many variations. If we wanted to make it a little bit more challenging, we could hold on to our hand holds. But let's be consistent. Let's start here. You have to time it, give the swing a little push, and when the swing comes forward, get your right leg up there. Keep it bunched up. Everybody do that again and make it look pretty. Just keep doing it until it's like second nature. Big push. Time it with a straight leg. It'll happen. There you go. Very good. Okay, lean back. Straight arms, round. Ooh, let this be restorative, right? Take your time with it. Inhale, pull. Bicep curl, lift, and press. Press, 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 press. Up onto the ball of the foot. Lift through the heart. Exhale, lean back. Drop your bum. Straight legs, straight arms. Inhale, bicep curl, lift. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, lift. Press, 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 press. Bend the front knee. Slide it. Okay, so we're just doing a bunch of standing poses. There's lots of different variations we can do. This is a lunge. Moving into a side angle, we come into a V. Lift the heart, Torius, right? Roll your back heel down. At the same time, right elbow finds right knee. And my left arm is straight overhead on the angle, diagonal. Okay. This might be enough, or people can hang on to the swing too, which is good. Straighten your front leg. That's part of your practice. Enough. Okay. Unwind, come back through center. Pick up the back heel, so you're on the ball of the foot, and I press the swing down to the ankle, and just roll the ankle around. So if the legs are tight, I find it really helpful to unwind the nervous system by rolling the ankles around. I do this a lot, and we're basically unwinding the tension. And then from there, see if you can flex back. So maybe you don't go very, very far, right? You don't have to go very far to get a good stretch. You can push forward, you can pull back. I call it banking or steering from side to side. And do a lot of this to open up the calf. So this is an opportunity to practice some of the standing poses without falling over 100 times, right? All the standing poses can be very challenging for people. Let's bend our knee out to the side and do a pigeon pose. We're going to do pigeon on the other side, but we've done 20 pigeons, so it's just like all kinds of other pigeon poses. So we can push the knee down. Just need to open it up. Roll the ankles round. Let's come into some twists. We're going to wrap the forearms around. Keep the right body tucked. Look back over your left thumb. Picking the toes up. Flex the feet. All the toes back. Come back, wrap around. Other side. Wall twist. Picking your right thumb. Still find the balance as if there was no swing there, right? So you're trying to balance and articulate through your feet as well as pulling up to the crown of the head. Come on back to center, very good. Find your hand holds. What we're going to do is bend the standing leg and hang. Pick up your left knee. Pull yourself up and through center to land on the top of the shin, top of the shin. Go back and try one more time. Top of the shin. And then we can plant our right foot in the center of the mat. Yeah, if we jump through and miss it, we just try again. Okay, once we're through, so in case anybody pops out, this is how I get back in. And some people can do it, some people can't. I lean forward and I hook my foot. Can't look back and bend. It's the same when we're in our forward fold. If the foot comes out, lean forward, gaze down so your foot can lift and hook it and come back in.
So sometimes it will pop off, yeah. If you lean forward enough, you can get it. It's still tricky. Okay, so bend the standing leg, lift the left knee and land on the shin. Yeah, and then pop through. Right foot comes down the center of the mat, flex the back foot to keep the swing attached. Okay, great. So now we're in Nataraj. We can do this from our hand holds. Let's do all three versions. So hand holds in a wrist wrap. This is my favorite. This is great for the shoulders. We can even come into a version of Black Swan where we float. Okay. The other one that I like to do is from the top of the leg loops. You come lower, straight arms. Big stretch. We do our little pulses from the lunge, which is nice. And then the harder one is coming with the elbows towards the sky. You can come from a standing position, which is very hard, or bending the elbows and sinking down. Really good. Okay, pull yourself back up, find the leg loops in your hands, extend for warrior three. We're almost done. Woo. Warrior three thinking. Straight legs. Yep. Long lines of energy. Okay, airplane wings. Relaxation, right? This is much better. Now, if the leg loops are on the shoulders only, then we can try to balance and come through a version of shoulder stand and handstand. Stand in the center of the mat. Press strongly into your left leg to lift the right leg up. Okay? Right leg is going to go towards the sky. Hands straight down. Yep. So you have to really press into your shoulders, tuck through your core to lift up. Still challenging. Okay, good. Reach up, release the foot, come on down. So that was our standing sequence. We went over basically forward and back, twists, jumping through, Nataraj, warrior three, airplane wings. So yeah, you can incorporate a little bit of that, or the whole sequence into any of the other basics. I recommend trying the floor if they need some rest and trying the standing poses if they want a little bit more of a challenge, especially with leg stretches, right? Not everybody loves the leg stretches, but they are incredibly important and good for helping us get into some flips. So just for fun, I'm going to show you, we're not going to do it, but I'm just going to demo how that sequence turns into the same flips that we learned before. So from here, I'm going to get both feet in, and I just hang, usually bend a little from side to side and play. This we can teach. Then I press my feet into the swing and I lift and arch. And once I'm here, I can come into splits. So once you learn how to do the standing poses on the ground and you have your legs open, then you can practice coming into some of the acrobatics. And that's why we prep, right? So in time, flipping up the air and doing some of the other stuff will come easily. So sometimes, when you guys learn the acrobatics and get comfortable, I will show people this is why we're doing the standing poses, because if you're ever interested in learning the flips and then they'll usually do the standing poses with a little bit more zeal, knowing that it's building up to something more fun. It's always good to give a shoulder back.